What up? What up? What up? It's your man, Boss Gang VIP, back with another weekly money watch. We got a lot of done over the weekend. I'll get into that. Let's hurry up and do like we always do, doing it a little different this time. I'm out here with the watch list pre-market. We pretty much got the info. Now let's see what we do next. As always, we start off update, Roth portfolio. Everything is absolutely going according to plan. If you know anybody who wants to learn how to invest the right way, make sure to send them over to the channel. We'll go ahead and get them started and on the right track. Economics calendar for this week. We do have, we don't have any events scheduled for today, but there are some big events to look forward to this week. Tuesday, July 19th, we have advanced trade balance, retail inventories, consumer confidence, job openings. Wednesday, employment, GDP, FOMC interest rate decisions, Fed chair press conference. Let me know, do you believe interest rates will go up, remain the same, or will get a cut? And if so, how much? Thursday, initial jobless claims, personal income, PCE, the Fed's preferred inflation gauge. The market will be paying attention to that. And then Friday, employment reports, hourly wages, ISM, construction spending, and consumer sentiment, along with auto sales. This weekend, we got a lot of the news. U.S.-China talks to restart as hopes grow for war truce extension. So there was supposed to be a tariff on China, and they're getting a 90-day extension. So the market seems to be reacting to that, as well as tariffs for Europe, exports to America. So, yeah, tariffs for the European exports to America, the United States and Europe. European Union have reached a trade deal framework, ending a months-long standoff between two of the world's biggest economic partners. It's going to be 15%. We'll see where we go from there. As far as the almanac goes for this week, it's historically mixed. Monday mixed, Tuesday the 29th, historically bearish. We'll see how that plays out this week with all the news. Wednesday the 30th, historically bullish. The 31st, more bearish than not, although it's kind of mixed. And then Friday, we'd be looking pretty bearish historically. Not that it will happen, but that's just the history. Last trading day in July, NASDAQ and S&P down 12 of the last 19. Dow has been down 13 of the last 19. And first trading day in August, the Dow has been down 18 of the last 27 trading sessions. First 9 trading days of August are historically weak. And we know that, coming out of summer, the markets are historically weak, although we'll just have to see what happens this time because, the situations in the markets have been completely different with all these tariffs and interest rate news. So let's get into the setups for this week. I'm going with some discretionary plays. Let's see if the tariff news in China helps. Less tariffs is better for the market. I guess I had TGT up target. It's been on a nice little move off these lows, off these broad information. So it's already a 2-2 quarter, right? So we got the 2-2 week last week, and then the new entry on this one is going to be a 1 minute entry. So it's a 2-2 1 minute entry on target above 106.10. Corporate data, dividend on the 13th, 114 a share. August 20th earnings pre-market. So yeah, we're looking pretty good there. If it wants to get to going, there's tons of room. There's tons of room. It has to get over a few broad informations, but once it does, it has a chance to really, really get off to the races. Will that happen this week, this next week, or just, when we look back at this time next year, will the stock be 140, 150? We'll see. We'll see. One of my favorites, HD, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. one of my favorites. Pretty good setup here. We got a lot of room to the upside. Well, I'm going to see if we can get to maybe 390 this week. I'm going to see if we can get up to that 390 this week. We got a entry on Home Depot HD high definition 375 48 2215 above 375.48. So that's a 2215 minute. You can see what that looks like here. Yeah, so we're looking for that breakout above that 375.48. Yeah, let's see if we can get to that 390. We see this previous high over here around 377.88. We want to see if we get that breakout. Corporate data this week, earnings August 19th, pre-market. Last trigger, we're going to go back to something that's been working. BBY, we got into this play. It was on the March list. I believe it was for January, February, March. I believe it was March 13th. I believe it was March 13th. We had this on the watch list, if I'm not mistaken. And we got a really nice run. How high did this thing go? It went up to the sky. So what we're trying to do is see if we can get another run out of the stock, right? So we got the first run up. We had the original entries, as you could see. They were 221 minutes above 62.03. Now the 62.03 is down at this level. We got those entries, and it made a push way up in the sky, like crazy run, right? So we're going to see if we can get that same type of run, maybe even higher this time, above this 67.54 level, and then potentially take the next leg up. If we're able to do that, there's a chance we can get over $80. No corporate data to report on Best Buy. With that being said, I'm looking forward to having an absolutely wonderful week. If you haven't already and you made it this far in the video, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel so you can get the drops as soon as they're available. If you have any comments, questions, wins, anything, put them down in the comments below. I'm going to get some feedback. I'm going to help you out. With that being said, looking forward to having an absolutely wonderful week. This your man, Boss Gang VIP, with the weekly money watch. I'm out. Peace.